Good morning, everybody. How are we doing this morning? So how do we like the presidential debate yesterday? Any comments? Anybody awake out there?
I think it's better than last time.
A lot better than last time. I agree. I think they actually got to talk about what they're going to do for the country and how they're going to do it. Well, almost how they're going to do it. So
I mean, it's finally like a present debate than last time.
yeah, absolutely. Any other comments? Anybody else want to jump in on this? They say the best way to start an argument is start talking about politics. What do you guys think? Nobody wants to argue? You guys happy it's Friday? Woohoo! Friday. No school this weekend? Anybody have Saturday classes? No? That's good. Let's see. Where's my TA? Are you here yet, Dennis? Oh, there you are. A few more minutes here. Dennis, you've been taking roll, correct? We've been missing about 10 people at class. Okay, cool. I want to find out who the slackers are, who's not showing up to class. So good morning, everyone. How are we doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good this morning. It's Friday. Any plans for the weekend? Trying to stay out of the COVID areas?
Sleep in for sure.
I agree. I like to sleep in on the weekends. So the weather's getting cool. That's nice. It might actually feel like fall here in a few days, as opposed to 100-degree weather. Ooh. So everybody get your cameras turned on. About half the class have their cameras turned on. You have 81 students in the class. That's good. Not bad for a Friday morning at 9 o'clock, right? All right, let's get started. So welcome to Friday. We've been talking about Southwest Airlines all week. Fly high with low cost. So that was pretty much their motto. And then we have the cultureuniversity.com, where they get their brainwashing, or what they call emotional labor training. Without a heart, it's just a machine. Southwest Airlines. Everybody drinks the Kool-Aid. Okay, so your assignment this week is due at midnight, 11:59, 1 minute before midnight. What are the 5 sources of cost advantage for Southwest? And explain how Southwest Airline uses these cost advantages to acquire a competitive advantage. Okay, so the cost advantage, economies of scale, these are all the things you're going to talk about in your paper, right? Yes, you are. Economies of scale, learning and experience effects, lower cost due to proprietary knowledge, lower input costs, different business model. How is their business model different than their competitors? And I bet you guys all use Porter's 5 forces to do all this great stuff, right? Yeah. So threat of new entrants, bargaining power of buyers, threat of substitute products, bargaining power of suppliers, and rivalry amongst existing competitors. So you talked about all these wonderful things in your paper. Today I'm going to introduce a new concept, PESTEL, P-E-S-T-E-L. You'll also see it spelled P-E-S-T-L-E, or just short for P-E-S-T. So there's many different variations on this. But basically what we're talking about is politics, environment, social factors, technology, economy, and legal factors, how it affects an organization. And we are, a lot of times you're going to use this when you're looking at foreign, investing into foreign lands, going overseas, something that's not normal to what your company operates in. So these are types of things that will affect your company when you go into a new country. Okay, so political government policies. What are the different government policies? Even the United States, we change government policies all the time. The airline industry was regulated very heavily up until the 80s. And what happened is the government released a lot of regulations, so which allowed a lot of different airlines to come into existence. Political stability. not so much in this country, but in a lot of other countries like South America, political stability is very rare. You know, there's a lot of times of the politics changes with the new government. So sometimes it even changes to a communist country or to a socialist country. Foreign trade, corruption. It says if you want to become a millionaire, just become president of a South American country, and you can retire a millionaire. Tax policies, labor law, and trade restrictions. Economic. What is the country's economic growth? What is the likelihood that it's going to grow or contract? Exchange rates. A lot of companies do business with other countries like Canada because their exchange rate is favorable. So you can actually just make money transferring funds from one account to the other. Interest rates, tax rates, inflation rates. What kind of a disposable income does the population have? And unemployment rates. So obviously you don't want to move sales type organization to a company that or to a country that has high unemployment rates. Okay, social population growth rate, age distribution. If you're selling technology and things that apply to younger people, you're not going to go to a country that like Italy that has a high retirement age. Career attitudes. India is an up and coming career attitude where everybody wants to be an entrepreneur. Well, not everybody, but most people would like to become their own boss and entrepreneurs, and they're creating a lot of new companies. Okay, technology, incentives. How is the technology in that country? Is it going to be favorable if you decide you're going to move to a country? Innovative, automotive, R&D, technological change. Does the country embrace change? A lot of countries don't want to change. And then technology awareness. Okay, and weather. For example, the environment. So if a lot of airlines fly over the North Pole, and would be to do a refueling station in the North Pole would be very practical because of the climate. It would be located in an area which would be great to do that, but obviously because of re-icing the runway all the time, you wouldn't be able to do that. Okay, environmental policies. A lot of countries have very strict environmental policies. A lot of countries have no environmental policies. Okay, climate change, pressures from non-government organization, NGOs. Okay, and then legal, discrimination laws, antitrust laws, employment laws. For example, your book will go over a company that has that opened up in France, and what they promised these workers in France was, the same thing that they did in the United States. They said, well, we're going to guarantee your employment. We're going to give you these days off, blah, blah, blah. And the French says, yeah, we don't care. We get all that anyway because of the government. The government says we get these days off. Government says you can't fire us. So all of these things don't always apply to something overseas or in another country. A lot of things that the United States does is that works here. The United States doesn't necessarily work in other countries. We saw that with Walmart. Okay, copyrights and patent laws. Xerox came out with a patent. Nobody else can make a copier for several years. That's how they pretty much was able to dominate the industry. You'll see that a lot now with pharmaceutical companies where they'll have patents on certain drugs. Okay, health and safety laws. United States is one of the most conscious about health and safety laws. Other countries, they'll have they don't have any child labor laws. They don't have any type of safety laws. All right. So the SWOT, we all remember that. Strength, weaknesses, opportunities, threats, the internal and external. A little review. Any questions about our new concept of Pastel or the Porter's Five Forces? Is everybody good? Yeah. All right, I'm going to scroll through and look at everybody's faces, see if you guys are paying attention or if you're asleep. Maribel's smiling. All right. Robert, you look bored out of your mind. Alicia, don't stare at me like that. You're scaring me. All right. Let's move on. Southwest Airlines. Okay. So we're going to do another assignment today because you guys did such a great job on Boeing that Southwest Airlines heard about it and wants you to consult on their new idea of branching off to Central and South America. Since 2018, many major airline carriers have left the South American market. They've left a void that needs to be filled. So Southwest thinks this might be a good idea to do this. So as you can see in Venezuela, it seems to be the central hub of all of Central and South America, which would be a great place for a hub, so they say. Southwest Airlines sees an opportunity and wants to put a hub in Venezuela and asks for your advice, hires you to consult for them. Market seems fit for their business structure, low-cost leader, stay away from large airports and hubs. Using what you just learned about Porter's 5 Forces and Pastel, you're going to give me analysis of how good of an idea this is. So I put a link in the paper down there. All right, so largest market, I apologize about that. The largest in its market share keeps low costs other than competitors. All right. All right. So the fleet of 737s consistently through the entire fleet, largest in its market share, keep costs lower than competitors, negotiate better deals, and negotiate. Okay. Oh my God. All right. So learning experience effects, customer service, flying only one type of airplane, maintenance and parts on only one aircraft. As you can see, one of the advantages for Southwest Airlines is they only use one airplane, and they only have one engine that they need to know how to work on. Okay. So past plane turnaround lead to high airplane labor unit utilization. So one of the things that Southwest does that's where it's better than the competitors is loading people up onto the airplane. They can actually save a lot of time, a lot of money, and a lot of energy. Okay. So Southwest has a 20% higher revenue per employee because of this. Okay. Brand positioning. Southwest Airlines have the low-cost leader. There's no baggage, change fees. Findings, 8 out of 18 travelers believe Southwest was a good idea, was a good deal. But it's kind of like Walmart. When you go into into a smaller area, they're able to charge higher prices, but the people still feel like they're getting a great deal because it's Walmart. Okay. So we're going to stop right there. And then I am going to take you to okay, this, you guys all have the link to this in the chat. So I want you to all start going here. This is going to be your paper. I want you to do a little bit of research on the internet. I want to put you into some groups like we've done before. And what do we have here?
My chat is blank.
What's that?
My chat is blank.
Your chat is blank. How about that?
Yeah, I didn't get it either.
Okay, I just did it again.
Nope.
No, wait. All right, now you got it. All right, so let's put you into breakout rooms. Woohoo! Everybody's favorite. All right. All right, so you guys are going to do a little bit of research. I don't want you to spend a whole lot of time doing research, but I do want you to look up certain things. What kind of political climate, economical climate, what's the social thing? And I want you to apply the Pastel and the Porter's 5 Forces and tell me what you recommend. Is this going to be a good idea to open up a hub in Venezuela, or a bad idea? Or does it have some of its good points, or does it have some of its bad points? Okay. All right, I opened up your breakout rooms. Go have fun. You know the drill. Put your name down, all that other good stuff.